see all of you here and our distinguished panel of speakers and guests this evening. My name is Dr. Robin Wood. I'm president of Renaissance 2 and along with David Wolfson and others on this panel, one of the co-founders of the Worldshift Alliance.
I'd like to reflect for a moment on this moment. We talked about this being a historic place. We are at a historic moment, a unique moment, not just today here in London, but all over the world in the history of humanity. We have to be part of this movement because this is our chance. I'm convinced that we, all of us, can change the world. Each of us can change the world. I think we can do it. Together we can do it. Yes, thank you for it.
And indeed, it's not just a wake-up call, as Irvin said, it's a call to action. We were talking earlier, and all of us agreeing that, you know, we continue to need to speak with each other, but now we really have to translate talk into action.
We all need to commit to uniting and caring for nature and for our global family. We need this conscious shift. We need to shift our attitudes and to realise that every one of us has the power to make a difference.
About a year ago, Dr. LASZLO sent me a manuscript of his newest book, Worldshift Now, it was called at the time, and asked me what I thought of it and how that book could have the impact of the 1972 book published by the Club of Rome, of which he was a member, which was called Limits to Growth. I said, well, that's a tough one because I'm not sure who reads books anymore, but maybe something shorter, you know, might help. So I suggested an article, and then I said, you know, we have all these people that we kind of know and work with, all these groups, maybe we should kind of see what they think of it. And he said, well, that's not an article, it's a declaration. And I said, okay, great. And he said, would you write the first draft? And I said, okay, thank you, what an honor.
I'm Barbara Marx Hubbard, and I'm happy to have this opportunity to speak of the immense importance of declaring global emergency. It's the first time that a species has ever known that by its own actions it could render itself extinct.
Well, my dream really started just a couple of years ago, and as Dr. CURRIVAN said earlier, someone who starts with a dream can make it a reality. Well, the beauty was that actually I realised I had the skill base to take my dream into reality, and that was for a universal declaration of planetary rights. What we will be doing with Worldshift is, of course, charting the progress. It's one thing to actually get it into the United Nations, but there are various steps that have to be carried through. And it's also very important that this is carried through by 2012 and that we don't lose the momentum for it. So we will help and move that journey along as it progresses. So you shall be hearing more about this as time moves on. Thank you.
Hello, this is Jane Goodall, and I want to say how passionately I believe in the importance of Worldshift 2012. Traveling around the world as I do 300 days a year, everywhere I see signs of the damage that we've inflicted on planet Earth, on the environment and on society. And I don't think there's very much time left. We need to get together and take action and with new consciousness work to heal some of the harm that we've inflicted. So I urge everybody to think about joining and taking part in Worldshift 2012.
I birthed Unites Brilliance about a year and a half ago. I've been executive director of a non-profit. The planet has great capabilities of serving itself. The question is, are we able, are we equipped, are you equipped to truly serve this planet today?
We live in interesting times, and not only are we midwives to birthing a new age, but we also need to be hospice workers to quietly lay to rest the old age and be sensitive to that too.
There is a wave of consciousness change coming. This is our hope. This is what we want to accelerate. We have the means, we have the technology, we have the energy, we have incredible amount of energy coming to us from the sun. Why we could be using it? We can recycle almost everything that we are using. We don't need to accumulate waste and pollute everything. We could live well on this earth, 7, 8, maybe 10 billion people. We need a different kind of awareness, a different kind of consciousness. What I see is happening here, this kind of consciousness coming about. This is why I say we'll make it, but let's get together to make it.